Okay, so this video is for DaDa teachers or prospective DaDa teachers. This has been a long time coming, okay? So I'm bringing to you a video about the new DaDa contracts. So yes, I've been gathering information just for you. So here we go. Okay, so this is the rundown of what it looks like in the app. So they have everything broken down for you day by day, where in the current app, teachers get to see their total, but it's more of just an accumulation. But with the new contracts, the app will actually show you the day-to-day breakdown, even the incentives that you earn for the day for each class. Now that feature I thought was just stinking awesome. Stinking awesome. But that's not all. Oh, that's not all. This is what it looks like in the app. When you look at your schedule, you can open and close like extra hours. That's the extra hours time slot right here. Now this is the formal hours. So those is like what you contract for. And you're supposed to keep these hours for at least 2 months at a time. Now I'm going to explain this to you. Now look at this. They sent out this letter. I'm going to read it to you. And we have launched a new program, teachers. The contract length will no more have a limit. You just need to set the time slots that you want on the phone app, and it will take effect soon. And you may also set an expiration date to the slots if you have any plans in the future. It will be much more convenient, and you can operate your own slots with ease. And we have made an improvement to our new payment structure. So you see the little payment structure improvement? But they do tell you that your salary is going to be dependent upon your slots, basically. It's going to be dependent upon the students that you're teaching and your attendance. Now, some of you may have gotten a letter that looked more like this, which just states the same thing. So they really want you to know that you have far more control over your time slots. So you can open and close slots, and you can set expiration dates when you want that change to take effect. Now, here's the incentive payment. So for a regular student, when you get regular students, you get 30% bonus of your base pay. So you will see that in the app. Now, when you have to substitute a class, there's another 30% bonus of base pay. And then cancellation subsidy. So you don't get standby pay, you guys. No standby pay whatsoever. But if you had a class and it's canceled, then you get 30% of your base pay. Now, I do believe that that's if it's canceled like less than 24 hours in advance. Then look, if you are on time to class, this is the part I love right here. If you are just on time to class and you exit out of class like you're supposed to using the class over button, then you get an extra $1 per class. So that's an extra $2 per hour on top of your base pay. So that's the easiest thing right there to obtain. You can't control anything else, but you can control being on time and clicking that class over button. You have complete control over that. Just control them fingers, click, click, clickety, click. $2 per hour bonus. Now, and then they give you an example. Here, they just kind of break it down. So they gave you an example. Just say your original pay rate is 120 RMB. Now, with the new contracts, they pay you in, well, if you're United States in USD. I don't know about if you're in a different country, but I'm United States. So, of course, my information will be in USD. So they break it down for you. They will pay in USD because, it doesn't fluctuate like RMB does. You see the pay rate breakdown there and the bonuses and how that works. So you kind of get a look at how those numbers kind of inflate with the bonus. Now, a lot of you guys ask, what is the minimum or maximum? They tell you right here, there's no minimum or maximum hours. So, but I've heard that they want you to do at least like 2 hours a month to stay active, but they say there's no minimum or maximum hours. So this is like some insight on what it looked like in the app and with the slots and whatnot. And it tells you how you can look at the time. You can switch it from local time to Beijing time, because I know BJT confuses a lot of people. So you can get that switched over, and it tells you what hours are available. Now, they even give you training and information on how to put in for your formal slots. So you have all the support there, and you can even get them to help you. If you message them, they will help you because they know this stuff is new. And see, they tell you that when you get those formal slots, they really want you to do 2 months out. And then they give you some more information on cancellation policy. That's another thing people ask me. Well, with the new policy, can we cancel like we want to? So if you're going to cancel your time slots, they tell you get like two. You get two of them days a month where you can cancel. But if there's a class that's already been scheduled there, then they're telling you need to teach that class. You see this? If you click a locked time slot with a scheduled class, a warning will show up. So it'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Because when you try to do it, a warning is going to show up. But they do give you the control to cancel it. You don't have to contact a million people to cancel a class. How to apply for extra time. Now you have this option as well. Right now, currently, if you're on the old contract, you have to apply for what they call part-time hours, which is this extra time they speak of. With the app, you just go in and do it as you choose and put an expiration date, and it'll be automatic for like 7 days out. Old school contracts is not like that. You actually have to just schedule it each time. So with the new contracts, if you want ongoing extra hours for that time period, you could just schedule out like, hey, 30 days out, these are the extra hours I want. So that part is lovely. Us on the old contract, we don't have that feature. And then they do give you the opportunity to cancel your extra slots. So you can cancel them. Now, you guys, anytime you put your stuff available and then you have to go back and cancel it. To avoid fines, period, because there's still going to be fines if you have classes and you doing stuff last minute and you were just jumping the gun too soon. Best bet, don't overdo it just trying to, cast a wide net and then the net was too wide and you got too many fish and then you trying to throw some fish back, because some of us do, different platforms. So all this bouncing around and canceling could get a little, worrisome and confusing, but they do give you the power to cancel as you please. So please read up on the consequences of canceling when you have classes booked in those slots. Now, this is the thing that I was telling you about earlier, where you can set expiration on your extra time. So you can do, if you want to work these extra hours for a pretty good period of time, you can set it that way. Or if you just want to do it 7 days out, but it got to be at least 7 days out, 7 days of whatever time period minimum. So it's all really new. They're offering help if you're not understanding it, if you're having a lot of questions and, consequences are confusing. Now, let me tell you about my preference, my take on all of this. Okay, so I'm coming to you raw, uncut, big hair, don't care, even got the tattoo out, tank top. I don't think I've done a video with a tank top before, but here we go. So this is like after hour talk, some after hours teacher talk. I'm not in the classroom. I told you guys I was going to release this video for you. So people ask me, what do I prefer? What do I feel about it? Now, first, I wanted to give you guys the facts. So I just did a rundown of the facts of what this new contract and the app, because if you're on the new contract, you have a completely different app, which I'm just like, wow. So I guess based off of your login, you have access to a completely different app, because my app doesn't look like that. My app is not broken down by, little scheduled slots. It's not like that. My app is completely different from that. So if you are on the new contract, you have a new app. So if someone's trying to help you and they're on the old app, it could be a little confusing if they don't know, the ins and outs of the new app. So I've had some teacher friends collect information for me and help me out so I can help you out, because LaShundra Wigfall, I'm still on the old contract, the old app. So let me tell you, some of you that are already with DaDa, maybe your contract is coming up due soon, maybe in a few months or so. And so you've already gotten an offer to switch to the new contract. Now, what they're telling teachers, when you switch, then yes, you will be able to get the incentives like the new teachers get. You are available for all the bonuses, and, you can bonus like the new teachers can. Now, here's the drawback. Here's the con. For me, there are two cons. So the biggest con, whatever you're getting paid now, if you're already on the old contract, whatever you're getting paid now, most likely they're going to offer you a lower base rate. But they will tell you that essentially you will make the same or more, maybe a little more than what you're currently making now with the bonus structure. Okay, so I'm thinking that they can't really afford to. Maybe teachers have been around for, I've been around for, let's see, this is June. So next month will make it 2 years for me with DaDa. Some of you may have been around longer than that, but I've been around for 2 years. And so depending on your salary or whatnot, some of us might be getting paid a little higher than the median pay rate. Some of us maybe, I don't know. Now, then when you switch over to the new contract, they will negotiate most likely. Now, some of you may have gotten a sweet deal, but everyone that has reported to me said that they were offered lower than what they currently make. Now, the good thing, it was in USD, or if you're in a different country, maybe it's paid in your country's currency, but, or maybe everybody's USD because it's easier to transfer USD to your country's currency because RMB fluctuates so much. So USD is just easier to deal with all the way around. But based off of where you live, of course, that's how that's going to go. But they've been offering a lower base wage for new contracts. And there are two people that I know of that their current, when they were on the old contract, their base wage was lower than what they could potentially make on the bonus structure. Now they call it a scheme, but you guys, when they say scheme, it's because in the United States, scheme means like some sneaky plan or something. But in other parts of the world, scheme just means like a plan. So scheme doesn't mean like ha ha ha. So, so I just want to get that terminology, just put that out there. So a lot of people are so stuck on words, but you have to pay attention. You do have to pay attention to words, but that's what they mean. They don't mean anything sneaky, but they mean it's a plan. So the new bonus scheme, the new bonus plan, there are teachers that are making more than what they were making because they're bonusing and they're getting that extra $2 per hour. So say their base is now, what, 15, 18? Let's say 18. Say their base is $18 an hour, right? And so then if you're on time to your classes and you're logging out like you're supposed to with the class over, not just X out and just letting them pile up, but you're actually exiting out with the class over function, then you are automatically going to get $2 per hour. So then that bumps you to 20, right? And then all the other bonuses, then that bumps you above 20. So there were some people that were not making, a lot of people were not making $20 per hour. They were making more on the lower end of that. So now they're making the money and they're loving it. They haven't offered it to me. They have not. My contract is not up for renewal. But for me, I really have a lot to think about. But something to think about with the new contract, if you are debating on that switch, the only thing that you really have complete control over, as much control as possible, you just pray that there's no technical difficulties. But the only thing that you have control over really when it comes to the bonus is being on time and logging out like you're supposed to. So generally when I plan and I try to project my pay as best as I could, then the safest bet is to look at your base and then add $2, per hour for all the hours that you work. So base and $2 per hour. So when you're looking at, okay, these are the hours that I'm teaching. So I project that I'm going to make base plus $2 per hour. That's the safe bet. And anything on top of that would be icing on the cake. But if you are like sweating and just really trying to hustle to make bonuses just so you can make ends meet, then the new contract may not be ideal for you if you are an old teacher thinking about converting over to the new contract. So that's some food for thought for you because you're not going to get that standby. So you're really going to be like, okay, I'm making this and then $2 per hour because I know I'm going to be on time. That's all you can really bank on. And then, you got your regulars, but we can't control what other people do and how they book us. So, right now, I am comfortable where I'm at right now with what I'm getting, because on top of me not wanting to take a pay cut and then bonusing up, I would just take my base the way it is, but I'm getting paid in RMB. That's one con. I'm still getting paid in RMB, and we all know how the market is with that. Mostly, but that's okay. That's okay for now. I might eventually, I don't know, depending on the market, we all might be forced to get on this new contract to survive these drops. Right now, it's been not, from when I first started, I've lost close to about $2 per hour. That is a lot of money, you guys. Okay, that's a lot of money. So that's what's really got me contemplating. But one thing I do like about the old contract, if you're on the old contract, you get standby pay. So say you normally have, your contracted hours, whatever you're contracted for, then you are getting paid. Even though no student has that slot, you're still getting that standby pay, which is 50% of your, base wage. You're getting standby pay for having to sit there and wait. Now, yes, you do have to sit there and be available. We don't have the opportunity to make things unavailable, and we can't do that. So no matter what, if you're on the old contract, we don't have the flexibility with our schedule like the people on the new contract. So the flexibility is not there. That's another thing that's appealing to people moving on over to the new contract. We don't have the flexibility, and we do have to wait. Even if we don't have a class, we have to sit there and wait. And, we don't get the bonuses. So we don't see those bonuses. The only bonuses we get, like the only monetary bonuses we get, is teacher referrals. That's it. We don't have any other monetary bonuses on the old contract. So if you refer a teacher, they're successfully hired, and they changed it. It used to be if they were hired for 30 days and they were a teacher for 30 days, then you got the bonus. Now, if you refer someone, they actually have to teach for 30 hours. So if they don't teach for 30 hours, then you're not going to get a referral bonus. So there are teachers that I have referred that maybe from two months ago, and I don't know what their schedule looks like, but they have not taught for 30 hours. They probably teach the very bare minimum, because it's probably a super side job for them. Maybe, it's one of those complimentary jobs to something else that they do. And so I'm not getting the bonus for that until they reach that 30-hour mark. So that's something that they've changed for everyone. The teacher has to teach for 30 hours before you can get a referral bonus. So it's not instant when you refer people. So I'm staying on the old contract because I want my standby pay, and I just really don't want to play around with the pay cut and then having to rely on the bonuses for me to get the amount that I want to make per hour. You see what I mean? Like, the money making potential is there. So at the beginning of the video, when you saw that breakdown, that was, I edited all out the information, but it was a page that a legit teacher sent me, and she's bonusing like crazy, and she loves it. She's making more than what she used to make, and she's getting those bonuses, on time, referrals and all that. Not referrals, regular student bonus. And, when a student is just repeatedly booking your slots, you get bonuses for that with the new plan. So she's loving it. And that's a per class bonus. It's not like an accumulative at the end of the month type bonus. It's like per class. You can see the breakdown in the app. What I suggest anybody, old contract, new contract, when you look through your app, this is what I do. I keep a record for every month, and I keep it in a file. Screenshot, store it away every day screenshot. So you can see the changes and see if there was anything that changed in your report. And if there's any discrepancies, then contact them immediately. Contact them, and they'll either, they'll explain it to you, or maybe there was one day where there was one time period where my pay didn't update for like 3 days, And I was like, what is going on? It was like a glitch in the app. Then my app updated, and then everything just caught up. So any suggestions that you have for other teachers, or, old contract, new contract, hey, that's what this page is all about. Sharing is caring. So drop your comments down below. So hopefully this video was very informative for you, and you can really take all the information. I gave you the facts of the new contract and how the app works with that, and then my preference on it. I'm staying on the old contract because I want my standby pay, and I don't want to take a pay cut to bonus up to make what I'm making. Okay? Or it's for some people, like for some of you, you may have started off really low, and bonusing up would be like, yes, I can make more than what I'm making. So for some people, it's very beneficial from jump. It's like a no-brainer. I'm making the switch. Flexibility, more money. For those of us that have been around for quite some time, then it's really something like a brain scratcher. Like, maybe I should just write this out for as long as I can until they absolutely make me change. But for now, if you're on the old contract, you are grandfathered with the old contract. You're grandfathered to keep it for now. So let's just reach out and touch somebody's hand. I want to keep my old contract for now, okay? So chirp in, chime in, and leave your comments on the video. If you have any other questions, or you want me to do another video or a video about the video, let me know, because I am here for you guys. This is an information channel for all ESL online teachers, okay? So I hope this helps everyone. So until next time, TTF in dollars.